What's up, guys? It's Quickie Wednesday yet again, and we are a week and a half, not even, almost just a week away from Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. And I hope this movie doesn't disappoint. They released some of the soundtrack, not all the soundtrack, but some of the soundtrack online. I listened to a good chunk of it, and I liked what I heard, and I can't wait to hear the whole thing and watch it in context and just go down that exciting road. But today, if you watched last week's Quickie Wednesday, today we are going down this road. We're talking about the original trilogy today. And just basically my overview of it, preparing for Rise of Skywalker, you know, getting amped up for it. Last week I did the prequels, this week I do the Holy Trilogy, as a lot of people call it, the original trilogy. And that all starts out with A New Hope. And plus we have Empire Strikes Back, plus we have Return of the Jedi. And A New Hope, I remember watching this movie for the first time. I do remember watching this movie for the first time. And I remember sitting down, I had the VHS tape, and I remember sitting there and just not knowing what to expect. And I remember just being in awe of just the intensity of the opening scene. And the music, John Williams' music, captivated me instantly. With the title, the opening scroll, and all this. And finally, we meet Princess Leia, we meet Luke Skywalker, Han Solo comes in, Ben Kenobi, Chewbacca, Darth Vader. And all these characters I felt were so unique in their own sort of ways. And a lot of them very relatable in what they're trying to do. Luke Skywalker. We've all had a friend like Luke Skywalker, you know, the guy who wants more than he really has, and he's this real hero. And we've all had friends like Han Solo, you know. In the first movie, A New Hope, he's just the guy who's doing the job for the money, and he's very selfish. And he has a fantastic arc in this movie. I think everybody has a great arc. I mean, Leia's arc in this is, you know, she does her job, you know, she gets the plans where she needs to get the plans. But I think Han has the best arc in this movie, in A New Hope. Starting out kind of this ass and turning into this really heroic guy who's not as selfish anymore. You know, and there's a lot of fantastic stuff about this movie. I mean, I'm not going to do a full review for it. Star Wars A New Hope, come on, 5 out of 5 stars here. This is an incredible movie. This is the movie that started it all. If this movie was never successful, we would not be here today with Star Wars where we are now. So, come on. You know, I mean, it's A New Hope. It's episode 4. Jeez. Excellent. Come on. Now we're talking about Empire Strikes Back. Again, come on. It's Empire Strikes Back. 1980. Irvin Kershner. George Lucas, Lawrence Kasdan, everybody's doing this. Lando Calrissian comes into this movie. John Williams continues to dominate the soundtracks of this series, creating so many iconic themes. This is where Darth Vader's theme came from. This is where Han Solo and the Princess. This is where Yoda's theme came from. The asteroid field, Cloud City's music. This is one of the best Star Wars soundtracks. I believe in my last Quickie Wednesday I said Revenge of the Sith was the best Star Wars score. They might be tied. Empire and Revenge of the Sith are equal. I think Revenge of the Sith is a more emotional score. But this, it's an incredible score all around. I mean, the whole movie, you know, the revelation, I am your father. That changed the world. Literally. I mean, who doesn't know that phrase? Come on now. It's one of the most iconic movie moments ever in history. I mean, what this movie did for the Star Wars saga, it took it to new heights. And it's incredible. This is the best Star Wars movie. Completely made, maybe not the best acted. I mean, the acting is good, but I mean, just overall, the story, the spectacle, everything about it, the action, the intensity, the music, the mythology, everything about this movie is incredible. It makes it one of the best movies ever made. Empire Strikes Back is a total 5 out of 5 stars. This is an incredible film. And then we go to Return of the Jedi, which I think is fantastic. I think it's great. Is it as good as the first two? I don't think so. A lot of people say maybe this is the best Star Wars movie. A lot of people say maybe this is the best Star Wars movie. You know, whatever. But the thing that leads this movie to a 4.5 out of 5 for me is the sequence to where they get to Andor, we meet the Ewoks, we have a little dinner with them, a little story time, which I do enjoy, but it does slow the movie down a little bit. Until that point where Luke Skywalker leaves the group, goes to Vader. Not saying I don't like that stuff, but it does sort of dip. The pacing isn't. It kind of goes like this. It goes like this, and then it goes, and it goes back. You know. But the end of this movie, the throne room scene with Luke, Vader, the Emperor, is one of the best Star Wars scenes, moments in history. Top 5, definitely. Maybe even top 3. I think it's incredible. The Emperor's theme, I can't wait to hear that again in this new movie. I'm sure we will. You know, some people have problems with the Jabba's Palace stuff to this. In the first act of the movie, it's a little different from how the rest of it goes. I don't mind it. I think it's fine. We have to rescue Han Solo. It was all set up. I liked it. The whole music, the special edition music in this, the whole singing and dancing scene in Jabba's Palace, don't really care for that. I don't hate it, but it's a little weird. It's a little offsetting to what Star Wars is. But here's a different opinion. I actually prefer Victory Celebration at the end of this film over Yub Nub. I feel like the Victory Celebration is 10 times more emotional and compelling. Where Yub Nub, I get it. A lot of you grew up with it. I get it. 100% understand. But for me, that Victory Celebration music is very compelling, very touching. It would have been a great way to end the series. So let's see what John Williams ends this new film on. Is it going to be as good as this Victory Celebration? Who knows? But yeah, so we got 4.5 for New Hope and 5 for Empire, or no, 4.5 for Return of the Jedi, and 5 for New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. So those are my thoughts. Quick little recap on the original trilogy. Great movies. The Star Wars saga, really, this is the strongest points of the Star Wars saga right here. So let's see what happens next week, next Wednesday, the final Wednesday before the Rise of Skywalker. I'm touching on Force Awakens again. I'm touching on Last Jedi again. And then we're doing it. Then we're doing our non-spoiler review for Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. So, fingers crossed that it's good. Hopefully great. It's the last one. I hope they go out on a bang. I really do. So guys, comment your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about these 3 films? What's your favorite of the 3? What's your favorite Star Wars movie? If it's not one of these 3, definitely comment that down below. Hit that subscribe button for everything I just mentioned. A lot of stuff coming. Other reviews as well. You got a lot of Oscar-y type stuff. You got Bombshell. You got 1917. You got Little Women. You got Spies in Disguise. A lot of movies coming out, so definitely check out reviews for all that. Richard Jewell, that's going to be the one that's coming up pretty soon as well, and Black Christmas. So definitely check those out, guys. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. The links to those are in the description of this video, and you can also follow me on Instagram at KingOfRises131. And guys, that's been it. Thank you very much for watching my Quickie Wednesday recap of the Star Wars original trilogy. And until next time, over and out.